Have you ever stopped to think that what many people call love is sometimes just the fear of being alone? What if most relationships today aren't built on real connection, but on escaping the discomfort of sitting with yourself? The Stoics warned us about this long ago. The chains we willingly put on are the hardest ones to remove. And those chains often look pretty. They show up as romance, comfort, stability, things that feel safe on the surface, but deep inside, you know something is off. Most people don't run into relationships because they're complete or grounded. They run into them because they can't handle their own silence. It feels easier to deal with another person's chaos than to face their own. That's why so many slowly lose pieces of themselves just to keep someone else around. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't fear death, fear never beginning to live." And that's exactly what happens when you can't handle being single. You stop living your own life. You start living for someone else's approval. Now, this episode isn't anti-love. It's not saying you must be alone forever. This is about taking your power back. This is about learning to stand firm on your own, so that if you choose to love, it comes from strength, not desperation. Because love is only real when it grows from freedom, not fear. So before we break down the 10 reasons why choosing to stay single might be one of the best decisions you make, hit that subscribe button. What we're building here isn't just another channel. It's a movement toward clarity, strength, and living life with intention. 1. You avoid the wrong attachments. When you choose to stay single, you give yourself one of the greatest protections. You avoid being tied to the wrong people. Think about how many lives have been redirected or completely destroyed because someone got attached to a partner who wasn't meant for them. It doesn't take a bad person to ruin your life. It only takes the wrong one for you. A relationship with the wrong person isn't just a waste of time. It drains years of growth, energy, confidence, and sometimes even your identity. When you're desperate for love, you stop being selective. You don't pause to ask, is this person actually good for me? Do they respect my boundaries? Do they bring peace or chaos into my life? Instead, you jump fast. You hope they will fill the loneliness you're afraid to confront. And that's where the damage starts. You overlook red flags. You explain away their behavior. Piece by piece, you shrink to fit what they want. Being single shields you from all this. The Stoics taught that freedom is the highest good. Freedom from cravings, freedom from approval seeking, freedom from being controlled by someone else's emotions. When you're single, that freedom is yours. You're not tied to someone's moods, habits, or insecurities. You're not constantly cleaning up emotional messes that aren't yours to fix. And let's be honest, a lot of people stay with partners who drain them simply because the idea of being alone scares them more than the pain they're in. Being single gives you the power to say no. No to manipulation. No to disrespect. No to anyone who tries to control or reshape you. You don't have to justify why you didn't text back, why you're focusing on yourself, or why you're choosing peace over drama. You belong to yourself. Most people throw that power away just to avoid solitude. But here's the truth. When you're not desperate, you become harder to deceive. Your judgment becomes sharper. You see people clearly. Singleness trains your eyes. It helps you spot who's genuine and who's pretending. It helps you filter out the wrong attachments before they ever reach your heart. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." I'd add this, your happiness also depends on the quality of the people you allow into your life. Stay single until you are strong enough, clear enough, and wise enough to choose well. Because every day you remain single, you're not missing out. You're saving yourself from pain that could cost you years to undo. That's the first gift of staying single. You guard your heart, your energy, and your direction. And when the right person comes, you'll be ready, not needy. 2. You gain full freedom over your time. One of the greatest advantages of staying single is simple but powerful. Your time belongs to you. When you're in a relationship, especially the wrong one, your hours slowly stop being yours. Your schedule becomes shared. Where you go, what you do, who you see, even how you spend your evenings, all require negotiation. If you're with someone who doesn't respect your time, you end up drained, constantly behind, or unable to focus on what really matters to you. But when you're single, your days are truly yours. You can spend your morning exactly how you want. You can stay up late chasing your goals without anyone complaining. You can travel when you feel like it, dive into passions, or sit in silence without needing anyone's approval. That's real freedom, the kind many people unknowingly trade away. The Stoics believe that time is our most valuable possession, more precious than wealth or reputation. Seneca said it perfectly. It's not that life is short, it's that we waste much of it. And one of the biggest ways people waste their time is by pouring it into relationships that drain them instead of strengthening them. Hours spent arguing, apologizing, fixing chaos, or begging for peace. Those hours don't come back. But when you're single, you start to understand how powerful your time really is. You see how much you can accomplish when you're not constantly explaining yourself or adjusting your plans. Your energy becomes cleaner, more focused, sharper. Your progress accelerates. 1 year of focusing on your personal growth while single can put you far ahead of someone who keeps losing time to emotional draining relationships. And here's the irony. When you learn to value your own time, you become far more selective later. You immediately notice who respects your time and who wastes it. You won't hesitate to walk away from people who try to steal your minutes. Your single season isn't empty, it's foundational. What you do with this time will shape your future more than you realize. Because once a day is gone, it's gone for good. And staying single gives you a chance to use that day for something that truly builds your life. 3. You build self-mastery without distractions. When you're single, something important happens. You finally get the space to master yourself. No emotional turbulence, no constant noise, no one pulling you away from your purpose. Just you, your mind, and the discipline to shape who you're becoming. Relationships can be beautiful, yes, but they can also be loud. They fill your mind with check-ins, worries, and tiny compromises that slowly steal your focus. You start drifting away from your own priorities because you're busy managing someone else's emotions. And while that might look like love, it often weakens you more than it strengthens you. But when you're single, that noise fades. You're not waking up to conflict or going to bed carrying someone else's stress. You finally have room to ask yourself, what do I truly want? What kind of person am I trying to become? And you actually have the energy to answer those questions with action. That's what real self-mastery is. The Stoics repeated this truth endlessly. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And you can't master yourself while drowning in someone else's chaos. Self-mastery means creating habits that turn you into someone unshakable. Waking up early because it strengthens you, training your body, sharpening your mind, building routines that give you focus and power. When you're single, nothing stops you. No one interrupts your momentum or derails your progress. Think about how many people lose years, not days, years trying to repair toxic relationships. Nights wasted arguing instead of reading or planning their future. Mornings spent recovering from emotional exhaustion instead of building clarity and direction. Their best energy goes into keeping someone else stable instead of growing themselves. That isn't mastery, that's bondage. But when you're single, every ounce of your energy can be poured into you. You can choose to train, to learn, to create, to elevate, to discipline yourself. And the results come quickly. Discipline compounds. Small victories build confidence, and confidence turns you into someone unstoppable. Self-mastery also means emotional resilience. When you're single, you can't escape into someone else. You face your fears, your doubts, and your lows head on. And that's how you get stronger. You learn how to calm yourself, how to motivate yourself, how to stand back up when life knocks you down. Many people never develop these skills because they constantly lean on someone else for emotional support. Here's the truth. If you can't manage yourself alone, you will crumble inside a relationship, because relationships test patience, discipline, and self-control. If you're unstable inside, love won't fix you, it will expose you. But if you build strength in solitude, you carry that strength into everything you do. So don't view singleness as a missing piece in your life. See it as a training ground, a boot camp for your mind, a forge for your discipline, a place where you develop into someone who doesn't just survive, but conquers. That's the third truth. Staying single gives you the space to master yourself without distractions. And once you build that inner power, no one can take it from you. 4. You protect your energy from toxic people. Another powerful benefit of staying single is simple. You protect your energy. Let's be honest. No one drains you faster than the wrong person. Toxic people do more than waste your time. They poison your peace. They make you doubt yourself. They drag you into pointless arguments. They guilt trip you for wanting space. They make you feel like nothing you do is ever enough. That's not love. That's a slow death of your spirit. When you're single, you don't have to participate in that chaos. You don't have to tiptoe around someone's moods. You don't have to check your phone in fear. You don't have to bear the weight of someone else's emotional instability. Your energy stays yours, clean, focused, alive. The Stoics warned us about this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. But how can you think clearly when you're drowning in negativity and manipulation? Your environment shapes your mind, and nothing shapes your environment more than the people you allow close. If that person is toxic, your peace becomes toxic too." Toxic people aren't always obvious. Sometimes they show up as affection, comfort, or companionship, but you feel the truth inside. You feel drained, not built. They demand attention, but never support your growth. They seek control, not connection. And if you stay, their insecurities consume your energy piece by piece. But staying single reverses that. It acts like a shield. Instead of fighting daily battles with someone's negativity, you keep your space clear. You choose peace over chaos. You choose growth over drama. You protect your energy like it's treasure, because it is. Once your energy fades, your dreams fade with it. Your motivation fades. Your happiness fades. Everything collapses. Think about the power of waking up without emotional weight on your shoulders. No tension waiting for you. No passive-aggressive messages. No emotional storms ruining your morning before it even starts. Just quiet. Just freedom. Just the ability to decide how you want your day to feel. That's priceless. And here's the real secret. Protecting your energy isn't only about avoiding toxic people. It's about having the strength to walk away from them, to say no, to set boundaries, to cut off connections that drain you. Staying single teaches you that strength, because once you've experienced true peace, you refuse to let chaos take it away. When you've tasted clarity, you guard it fiercely. So don't think of being single as being alone. Think of it as being protected, like a warrior guarding their fire. You don't let just anyone step into your life with dirty energy. You're preserving the most valuable thing you have, your inner flame. That's the fourth truth. Staying single keeps toxic people out of your space. It gives you calm, clarity, and clean energy, everything you need to build the life you deserve. And the longer you protect that energy, the more unstoppable you become. 5. You learn to love your own company. At first, being single can feel strange. The silence feels heavy. You sit alone, and suddenly your thoughts are louder than ever. Most people run from that silence. They grab their phones, seek attention, or jump into the first relationship they can find just to avoid it. But here's the truth. If you can't enjoy your own company, no one else can fill that space for you. Learning to love being with yourself is one of the most powerful skills you can ever develop. When you're single, you face yourself, your fears, your doubts, your flaws, but also your strengths, your values, and your dreams. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you realize, wait, I actually like this person I'm becoming. That's when the fear of being alone fades, and real confidence begins to grow. Carl Jung once said, "Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you." In other words, being surrounded by people won't fix loneliness. If you don't understand yourself, if you can't connect with who you truly are, you'll always feel alone, even in a crowded room. But when you learn to enjoy your own company, you're never truly lonely again. Walks feel peaceful instead of boring. Meals alone feel like freedom instead of punishment. Quiet evenings become opportunities to read, create, dream, and recharge. You stop waiting for someone to complete you because you realize you were whole all along. And here's the beauty of it. Once you love your own company, you stop chasing people to fill the silence. You stop begging for attention. You stop settling for half-hearted love. You stop bending yourself just to keep someone close. Why would you? You already enjoy being with yourself. From that point on, relationships become a bonus, not a necessity. You don't need someone to feel valuable. You already carry that value inside. The Stoics taught that true happiness doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." That's exactly what you discover when you embrace your own company. And here's the paradox. The more you enjoy being alone, the healthier your future relationships become. You're no longer desperate. You're no longer afraid to walk away. You choose people out of strength, not fear. So don't rush to escape being alone. Sit with it. Learn from it. Grow inside it. When you can look in the mirror and truly enjoy the person staring back, you've unlocked a freedom no relationship can ever give. That's the fifth truth. Staying single teaches you how to love your own company. Once you master that, you'll never beg for love again. You'll simply share the love you already have. 6. You avoid the trap of seeking validation. One of the biggest traps in relationships is this. People start living for approval. They shape their words, their actions, even their personality around what the other person thinks. It happens slowly, almost imperceptibly. You start asking, will they like this? Will they still love me if I do that? Before long, you're no longer living your own life. You're performing for someone else. When you're single, you break free from that trap. You don't wake up worrying if someone thinks you're enough. You don't compromise your dreams, your values, or your voice just to keep another person comfortable. You get to be unapologetically yourself, fully, completely. And that's freedom most people never taste. They're too busy chasing someone else's approval. Validation is addictive. A compliment feels good for a moment, but then you need another one. Approval keeps you hooked, like a drug. The more you depend on it, the less you remember your own value. That's why so many people stay in bad relationships. They'd rather be approved by the wrong person than stand on their own. The Stoics had a better approach. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Stop depending on what others think. If your peace relies on their opinion, you'll never be free." Singleness teaches you that discipline. It trains you to validate yourself, to know your worth without applause, to stand strong without needing someone to confirm it. Think about how empowering that is. You start living bolder. You chase goals that excite you, not just ones that impress. You speak the truth, even if it's unpopular. You dress, act, and live according to what feels right, not to gain approval. Your life becomes yours again, pure, authentic, real. And here's the irony. The moment you stop chasing validation, you become more attractive. Confidence and independence are magnetic. People respect those who don't beg for approval, but now it's a bonus, not a necessity. Staying single gives you the space to practice this, to say, I am enough, even here, even now, without applause. Some days, you'll still crave attention. Some nights, you might miss hearing, I love you, to Reddit. But when you learn to give yourself that love first, you reach a strength most never experience. Seeking validation steals freedom. Staying single restores it. That's the sixth truth. Staying single keeps you free from the hunger for approval. Once you stop seeking validation, you finally become the person you were always meant to be. 7. You grow stronger in solitude. Many people hear the word solitude and immediately think loneliness, emptiness, weakness. But solitude isn't weakness. It's training. It's the gym for your soul. It's where you build a strength no relationship can give you. When you're single, you're thrown into solitude, whether you like it or not. At first, it feels heavy. The silence is loud. Your fears, doubts, and insecurities feel magnified. That's exactly why so many rush into relationships. They're scared to face themselves. But here's the truth. If you can't sit with yourself, you'll never be strong enough to stand with someone else. The Stoics saw solitude as the place where you meet your true self. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." In solitude, there's no distraction, no one to blame, no one to rescue you. It's just you. And while that can feel uncomfortable at first, it's also what makes you stronger. Think of it like this. Pressure builds resilience. You learn to calm your mind when anxiety hits. You learn to lift yourself up on tough days instead of waiting for someone else. You learn to enjoy life without constant validation or company. That's strength. And it only comes from being tested in silence. When you grow stronger in solitude, you stop fearing loss. You realize you've survived nights alone, mornings without messages, holidays without someone across the table. Once you've found peace in that, you become unshakable. No breakup, no rejection, no absence can break you. Here's the paradox. Solitude, the thing most fear, makes you magnetic. Independence draws people in. They can sense the strength of someone forged in silence. Your presence changes. You're grounded. You're unshakable. Solitude also sharpens your mind. Without constant noise, your thoughts grow clear. You reconnect with your own ideas. You see which dreams are yours and which were imposed by others. Solitude gives focus. Focus builds power. Of course, it's not always easy. Some nights feel heavy. You wish someone were there to say it's okay. Those nights are when you grow the most. Each time you sit with that feeling, instead of escaping it, you get stronger. You learn you don't need saving. You can save yourself. Solitude doesn't make you cold or hard. It makes you steady, calm, and unbreakable. Don't run from it. Embrace it. Train in it. That's the seventh truth. Staying single gives you the gift of solitude. And in solitude, you grow stronger than you ever imagined. 8. You can focus on your mission, not pleasing others. One of the biggest traps in relationships is people start living to please others. They change their schedule, habits, even their goals to keep someone happy. Slowly, they forget their purpose. They lose sight of their mission. When you're single, you don't have that problem. You don't need to explain why you're working late, training hard, studying, or chasing your dreams. You don't water down your ambition to make someone else feel secure. You can throw yourself fully into your mission. The Stoics believed each person has a unique purpose. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's true delight is to do the things he was made for." But most people never reach that because they spend their energy managing someone else's emotions. They compromise, argue, and bend. until there's nothing left for their own purpose. Staying single protects you from that. It gives you space to pursue your mission without apology. Want to start a business? Go for it. Want to travel, train, or study late into the night? You can. No one tells you you're too obsessed or working too hard. You define your life by what matters to you, not by how it fits someone else's comfort. Missions require obsession, sacrifice, and focus. Late nights, early mornings, saying no to comfort, to say yes to greatness. That's hard if your energy is tied up keeping someone else happy. When you're single, all that energy stays yours. You invest it in your future instead of arguments, compromises, or guilt trips. Look at the people you admire: artists, athletes, creators, leaders. Many spent long periods single. Why? Because their mission came first. They weren't distracted by the need to please anyone. They invested their best energy into creating something lasting. That's not selfish, that's purpose. And here's the paradox. When you focus on your mission, you become more attractive. People respect someone with direction. More importantly, you respect yourself. You see in the mirror someone building something real, not bending to others. So don't fear being single. Use it. This is your season to focus, to grow, to chase the mission that burns within you. When you live for your purpose, not for approval, you stop wasting life and start owning it. That's the 8th truth. Staying single lets you focus on your mission, not pleasing others. And that mission, once pursued fully, gives more fulfillment than any shallow approval ever could. 9. You develop emotional independence. One of the greatest gifts of staying single is learning to stand on your own emotionally. Most people don't realize how much they lean on others until they're left alone. They rely on someone to make them feel loved, calm their fears, lift them up, or remind them they matter. But when your emotions are tied to someone else, you're never truly free. When you're single, that safety net disappears, and that's exactly what makes it powerful. You're forced to learn how to handle your emotions yourself. You discover how to comfort yourself when stressed, motivate yourself when tired, and pick yourself up when life knocks you down. That's emotional independence. And once you build it, no one can take it from you. At first, it's tough. Quiet nights feel heavier. Bad days hit harder. You'll want to reach for someone just to make it easier. But if you sit with those feelings instead of escaping them, something shifts. You realize, I can handle this. You don't need someone to rescue you. You don't need someone to define who you are. You are capable of carrying yourself through the storm. The Stoics valued this kind of self-reliance. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Emotional independence is exactly that, mastering yourself. Not letting your mood swing with someone else's mood. Not letting your peace depend on a text back or someone's presence. Not letting your happiness collapse because someone left. Think about how many people live trapped by their emotions. One argument ruins their week. One breakup destroys their self-worth. One cold message keeps them anxious for days. That's not freedom. That's emotional slavery. When you're single, you build that muscle. You learn to validate yourself without praise. You find joy in your own routines, music, reading, exercise, silence. Your happiness comes from inside, not from outside. Emotional independence doesn't make you cold or selfish. It makes you steady, grounded, and resilient. It allows you to love in a healthier way because you're not asking someone else to carry your weight. You already carry yourself. Here's the paradox. When you don't need anyone to complete you, you actually have more love to give. It's no longer coming from emptiness, it comes from fullness. You choose relationships from strength, not fear. So, embrace emotional independence in your single season. It may feel lonely at times, but that kind of loneliness sharpens you, strengthens you, and sets you free. That's the 9th truth. Staying single builds emotional independence. Once you taste that freedom, you'll never settle for love that costs your peace. 10. You become whole before sharing yourself. The biggest myth we're taught is this: you need another person to complete you. Movies, songs, even family advice tell the same story. Find your other half and you'll be whole. It sounds romantic, but it's dangerous. The moment you believe you're incomplete, you spend your life chasing someone to fill a gap instead of learning to stand whole on your own. Staying single gives you the chance to break that lie. You learn, I am already enough. You don't need someone to validate your worth, give you identity, or make your life meaningful. You are whole right now, as you are. And the moment you embrace that truth, everything changes. Your relationships transform. You don't enter them out of desperation. You don't cling to avoid loneliness. You don't bend yourself just to keep someone happy. Instead, you choose from abundance, not lack. You share yourself, not because you're empty, but because you're overflowing. That's the healthiest form of love, a gift, not a transaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Happiness doesn't come from finding someone to complete you. It comes from realizing you were never broken. Staying single gives you the time to discover that. Of course, it takes work. You'll face insecurities and parts of yourself you've hidden. But if you do the inner work, you'll find something unshakable. A sense of wholeness no breakup can take, no rejection can shatter, no absence can destroy. Here's the paradox. When you finally feel whole on your own, you're ready to share yourself not because you need someone to fix you, but because you choose to walk beside them as an equal. You can love deeply, let people in, give freely without expecting anything in return. That's real strength. So don't rush into relationships to feel complete. Use your single season to build wholeness. Heal your wounds, strengthen your weak spots, discover your values and passions. The more whole you become alone, the better everything else in life becomes. That's the 10th truth. Staying single allows you to become whole before sharing yourself. When you finally share, it's from strength, freedom, and unshakable love, bringing it all together. Being single isn't a curse. It's not failure. It's a season of power and growth, a time to take back your life and become unshakable. You avoid the wrong attachments. You protect your time. You build self-mastery without distractions. You guard your energy. You learn to love your own company. You stop chasing validation. You grow stronger in solitude. You focus on your mission. You develop emotional independence. You become whole before sharing yourself. That's strength. That's freedom. That's real power. The Stoics taught that the good life comes from mastering yourself, not depending on others. Once you learn to stand alone, you'll never settle for connections that make you small. You'll only accept relationships that add to your life. If you're single right now, don't rush to escape it. Don't see it as a gap. See it as a gift. A chance to become the strongest, clearest, most authentic version of yourself. Because the person who can stand alone without fear can stand anywhere, with anyone, and never lose themselves. Ask yourself tonight, am I running from solitude, or am I growing inside it? That question could change everything. If this message resonated, subscribe now. This is a journey of strength, freedom, and self-mastery, and you don't have to walk it alone. Remember, you are not half of anything. You are whole. Protect that truth. Live by it. And never let the world convince you otherwise.